Hello, everyone. What's going on? It's your host, Nordic97 here, back again with another Watch with Nordic live stream, and we got a fun day planned. We have not one, not two, not three, but 4 live streams today. We are going all day. Every single game that is streamed today, we are live streaming. Starting off with the Battle of Florida, Game 3 with the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is, even though it's not a series-deciding game, it very well could be, if we're being completely honest. The way you look at this series, Tampa needs to win this game. It's a must. If they lose this one, they are in genuine trouble. But if they can take the win tonight here in Florida, I think that, maybe this series can be looked at a little bit differently. But it's a must win. And my bracket's on the line. My bracket is on the line. I had Tampa Bay going to the conference finals. Yeah, that's not looking so hot right now. So I need a big win here from Tampa Bay. Some things to look at here in this game. Let me just move this out of the way real quick, because I know if that's there, it's gonna bother me. A couple things to look at here. Brandon Hagel was suspended for the hit on Barkov in Game 2. So it looks like he's going to not play this game. He's out for Game 3. Aaron Ekblad makes his return to the lineup for the first time since late March, as he missed about 20 games due to the substance suspension that he had. And now he is back in the lineup, playing here in Florida for Game 3. It's very convenient how he comes back and his team's up 2-0, and they kind of get reinforcements there. From what I'm hearing, Alexander Barkov is going to be playing in this game. He says that he is okay, so I guess we'll have to see how he looks in this game. But, that rough hit there from Hagel last night, he definitely left the game, but it seems like he's okay, and now we'll look at it moving forward here, I guess. I'm sure that's going to go over well with some people who are not going to be particularly happy about that. But regardless, we're live all day today. Thank you all for tuning in for this early one. I'm not expecting a ton of a turnout here for the 1 p.m. game. What I really am expecting is for tonight's game to be really good between the Senators and the Maple Leafs. I'm expecting that to be cinema. But just so we're clear, we're going to be streaming all 4 games today. So that does begin with Tampa Bay versus Florida. We will also be streaming Minnesota versus Vegas on the 4 p.m. slate as well. And then we'll get Toronto, Ottawa at 7. And then Dallas and Colorado at 9:30. So we're going all day here in the stew. So I appreciate everyone who, tunes in. Just update that real quick. Throughout the stream, I will actually be making the notes for the later games. So you may hear some typing on the screen. Don't be too scared about that. Just again, I kind of have to do it, so I have my things for tonight. I did it this way so I can get some sleep and also get the things done that I needed to get done. So we're going to be working simultaneously here while we commentate this game, but I'm looking forward to it. And we'll preview this one here. Florida obviously took the first 2 games in Tampa Bay, and now they head back to Sunrise Center, which they have been historically very good at. So it's a little bit of a worry there if you're the Tampa Bay Lightning. You got to win Game 3. That's the number one thing. And then focus on Game 4. You got to take it one game at a time, and just how they looked in Game 1 was not pretty. The coaches' challenge really screwed them over. Game 2, I didn't think they were, terrible. But again, they couldn't get one past Bobrovsky, so some disappointing stuff there, obviously. But I think, again, this is a must-win game. You got to win this game if you're Tampa Bay. Otherwise, you go down 3-0 in this series, and I think it is incredibly unlikely that they come back. I'm just being completely honest with you. So they got to win it here tonight. Let's see if they can get it done. And we'll just sit back, watch, and enjoy the ride. Showing off Biz's betting odds. Of course, he has a Leafs one. All right, Watch with Nordic. History records throughout this time. This is our fifth time streaming Florida. We are undefeated when we live stream the Florida Panthers. And then for Tampa Bay, this is the fourth time we are 2-1 when we stream the Tampa Bay Lightning. So just a couple of cool stuff there to look forward to and look at. We'll get ready for game 3 here in about, I would say, less than 5 minutes, maybe even less than 3 minutes. They're just talking in the intermission booth right now. I think this is the first time that I've streamed a matinee game. Like, I mean, I've streamed night games and maybe afternoon games, but this is the first time where I'm streaming a matinee game here at 1 p.m. I've never been live this early, so definitely feels a little bit different. I feel like less woken up. You're going to see that I'm going to get probably better with the commentary as the game moves along. But 90 seconds here until the start of Game 3. It's in Sunrise, Florida, a packed house in that arena. Panthers are walking out now onto the ice with Aaron Ekblad leading the way, which is kind of funny. Oh my God, that's so weird. Brad Marchand not even wanting to hit the fans. So rude. Or tap the fans. Yeah. Anyways. All right, we'll do national anthem and then we'll get ready here for puck drop in about a moment. But yeah, 4 games today. I think there's a couple that are pretty pivotal. I mean, again, like, they're all like series where teams are either trying to tie it up or they're staving off elimination. And I think for the biggest one that we're going to follow is Toronto and Ottawa. Like, that's the number one we're going to be looking at here throughout this night. Just because if the Leafs win, they sweep the Senators and they'll move on to the second round. And it's just like, it's like unheard of for the Maple Leafs to do something like that. So it just feels very weird all around that this is actually happening. But yeah, let's get ready for Game 3 here now in about 30 seconds. Oh my God, 84 degrees. Okay, here we go. Let's get into the starting goaltender preview. On one side, you have the best goalie in, or I guess one of the best goalies in the NHL, and Sergei Bobrovsky, and then another one of the best goalies in the NHL with Andrei Vasilevskiy. Starting goalie preview here, Vasilevskiy 0-2 in this series, a 3.56 and a .821. He's allowed 7 goals on 39 shots that he's faced in this series. Sergei Bobrovsky on the other side has been 2-0, has allowed a goal against average, and has a .951 save percentage. He already has a shutout in the 2 games in this series, has only let 2 past him on about 40 shots. John Cooper and his team looking to tie this series up, or at least try and come back. And the puck is dropped here. We're underway in Sunrise Center. Played along the right side. It's cleared into the Tampa Bay zone. Down low, Vasilevskiy goes out to play the puck. McDonough to Chernak to Koncalves, who starts out there for the Bolts. The neutral zone. Bolts will take it in. Kucherov up at the point. He can't control the pass. And battling with it now is Sam Bennett. Puck slides out of the zone. Tampa will be forced to regroup. It's picked back up then and dumped into the zone by Kucherov. Team's quickly getting a line change here now on the right side. Down low is Cirelli, not Hagel, he's suspended, playing the puck, and it's cleared all the way out then by Florida. Hedman holding in and regrouping in the Tampa Bay zone. Gives it up and over for Nick Paul, who tries clearing the other way, intercepted by Florida. Reinhart dumps it into the zone now, down low. Hedman tries to evade around Barkov. Sends it back then for Gord. Up to the point, Forsling gets it now behind the net. Barkov with it here now. Throws it up to the point. A shot! And it goes wide of Vasilevskiy. Hedman on the right side. It's picked up then by Connor Geekie. Up at center ice. Florida intercepts it. Here's Barkov now moving it down the other way. Barkov on the right side. Battling down low. Moser picks it up. Throws it around. It's picked up again then by Florida. And Nick Paul trying to clear it out, but Panthers intercept. Brad Marchand will give it back to his own team as they try and regroup. Here's Kulikov now. Last game was a 2-0 shutout for the Florida Panthers. Tampa Bay has yet to score a goal in, I think, almost 4 periods. Here's Lundell. Shoots it, and a glove save by Vasilevsky. Just about 2 minutes in. 18-13 left here in the first period. It's still 0-0. Aaron Ekblad in the, quote, best shape of his life. Yeah, again, Ekblad hasn't played since, I think, middle of March. And this is his first game back. Of course, it's back in the playoffs, which is kind of funny. But Tampa wins the faceoff, clears it to center ice. It's picked up then by Nate Schmidt. Schmidt, with 2 goals in this series, has been pretty phenomenal. He ends up taking the puck then off sides, and a faceoff will come outside of the Lightning zone. Yeah, Aaron Ekblad, you could argue, is probably the best defenseman in Panthers history. First in games played, first in goals, first in assists, first in points, and then first in game-winning goals as well. He ranks first in almost every category that you can get as a defenseman in the Florida Panthers franchise. He is their best. Face-off, won by Florida on the right side. Verhaeghe picks it up, looks in, shoots it, blocked in front. He gets it back, and another shot is blocked as well. It's cleared out of the zone then by Tampa Bay. Dumped back in, though, by Florida. Down low now, Point with it. Over to Kucherov. Back up to the point. Forsling sends it back behind the net. Over for Hedman, who passes to center ice. Intercepted by Florida. Barkov to Reinhart. In front! Saved by Vazzy! Aaron Ekblad almost with a goal there in his return very early on. But Vasilevsky says no. And Florida here facing some pressure early. Or Tampa here facing some pressure early. So yeah, Barkov is playing. Ekblad is back. Those were all the things that we were a little bit curious about heading into this one. Puck now here on the right side. It's Reinhart versus Cirelli. Bennett will go in and replace Reinhart. Face-off won by Tampa Bay. Down low now, McDonough will skate it around behind the net. Gives it over to Chernak, who fires it up and out of the zone. Kept in, though, by the Panthers on the right side. Bennett moves it in. Circles, shoots it, save, score! Matthew Tkachuk on the rebound, and Florida takes a 1-0 lead early. Oh, man. Tampa Bay, dude. Come on. Come on, Florida. Or come on, Tampa Bay. Yeah, very good play by Sam Bennett. He dekes that puck around Matthew Tkachuk, Nick Paul as well. Or not Matthew Tkachuk, Eric Chernak and Nick Paul. And then sends it in front for Matthew. And he just tucks that one in past Vasilevsky. That was pretty incredible play, to be honest with you. And Matthew Tkachuk is his 3rd goal of the postseason. It's 1-0 Florida here early. And John Cooper apparently is thinking about challenging this for offsides. I don't know. Looks like they're talking to their situation room. Do teams have their own? And it looks like it's not enough. They're just going to keep playing here. 1-0 Florida. Shots are 3-0 Panthers here early. And it's not looking so hot for Tampa Bay here right away. Face-off, one on the right side. Reinhart trying to send it to center ice. It's cleared down and into the Florida zone by Gensel. Behind the net, it's picked up by Forsling. Forsling up to Ekblad, who sends it through center ice. Down low now inside the Lightning zone. It's McDonough. Battling here down low. Barkov looking for options. Almost slid out in front, but stolen back then by the Bolts. Chernak up to Gensel. Kept in, though, by Florida. Verhaeghe Sends it down low then for Ekblad, who just throws it now behind the net. Assist on that goal from Rodriguez and Bennett on the Tkachuk play. Kucherov now down low. In his own zone. We'll give it up then for McDonough. Tampa Bay just looking to kind of break the puck out. They can't seem to really get anything going here, at least so far. Pass to center ice. Kucherov into the zone. Dekes around now. Throws it in front. It's blocked by a Panther. And they'll pick it up now the other way. Lundell, 3-on-2 with Marchand and Luostarinen. Marchand battling now down low with Lilleberg. It's picked up by Lundell, who sends it up to the point. And Tampa's right there. Michel Shafee, who's come in for Hagel, takes it into the zone. Will wait for options here now. Skates it around. Shoots it on net. It's blocked in front. And taken out of the zone then by Florida again. Marchand dumps it back down low. Lightning are 2-6 all time when trailing by 2-0 in a series. So that does not bode well there. I think the last time they came back from down 2-0 was against the Rangers about 3 years ago. Played on the right side. Hedman sends it down low then for Cirelli, who dumps it into the zone. Down low now is Schmidt. Over to Kulikov. Kulikov gets to the center ice. Boquist battling with Moser. Picked up on the right side now. Dumped in by Braden Point. And picked up again by the Panthers. Sturm. Over through the zone. It's dumped in then by Rodriguez. Jesper Boquist joins the rush then. It's taken back then by the Bolts. Gord, who was a deadline acquisition, was acquired from Seattle. Feeds it up then for Braden Point. Point through center ice. Drops it back. A shot! And the Moser opportunity goes up and out of play. A little over 5 minutes into this first period, Matthew Tkachuk gets the Panthers on the board early. It's 1-0. Excuse me, fellas. All right. 14:53 here left. Tampa still looking for their first shot of the game here early in this first period. Face-off now. Gensel versus, I think that's Reinhardt. It's won by the Panthers. Down low, Ekblad sends a pass up to the neutral zone. Barkov tries taking it down low. He knocks down McDonough. Thrown in front, and Reinhardt can't get a clear opportunity. Another shot, and a save by Vasilevsky from Forsling. Down low now in the corner. Barkov trying to throw it around behind the net. Forsling at the point. Ekblad shoots it. It goes up in the air and behind the net. Down low now, Verhaeghe picks it up. Moves to the front. Picked up then by Barkov. Barkov on the right side. Sends it down low, and Verhaeghe can't get a clear shot on net. Shots are 4-0 Florida here through about 6 minutes of play. Tampa still looking for their first shot of the game here tonight. Behind the net now, holding the puck is McDonough. Feeds it up through the zone. Florida intercepts it immediately and clears it back in. Man, they're giving Tampa nothing here. Radish, down low to Hedman. Tkachuk throws it in front. There's nobody there. Geekie will pick it up for Tampa Bay. Thrown up to the point. Mikkola throws it down low. Stolen back then by Tampa. Dumped into the zone is Radish. Around the right side, Geekie trying to play it. And Hedman can't get there in time to keep that one in. Kick down low. Panthers pick it up. Mikkola dumps it in. Pass up then through the zone for Rodriguez, who battles here on the right side. Stolen back then by Tampa, who tries to clear it through. And Geekie and the Bolts will wait. What's up, William? Pass to the neutral zone is dumped in on Bobrovsky. Another chance there. Finally a glove save by Bob. Nick Paul behind the net for Perbix. Back up then. Concalves a shot. Shoots it wide. Up then for Boquist, who clears it to the neutral zone. Florida dumps it into the Tampa Bay end. It'll be an icing with about 8 minutes gone here in the first period. Shots are 4-1. Florida with the only goal so far. It's 1-0 Panthers. We're going to have a lot of commentary clips tonight, I can just tell. Face off here now in the Tampa Bay zone. Boquist picks it up and sends it all the way back down the other way, and a whistle there for offsides against the Panthers. And we'll go to commercial break here. 12:44 left. Some dipsy doodle dangles from Sam Bennett and Matthew Tkachuk. It's 1-0 Florida here early. Do I think the Sens are done tonight? I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like they have to get at least one. Surely Toronto won't sweep them, right? But again, this Leafs team just feels different. They feel different in a way. So, I don't know. All right, a commercial break right now. Tired of seeing these commercials, bro. What's weird is all the games today are on TBS. They're not on TNT because you want to know what's on TNT? The NBA playoffs, which is just so much fun, isn't it? It's a little bit annoying, but you know, who cares at this point? I don't know. All right, face-off coming now inside of the Florida zone. Let's see if Tampa Bay can actually get something going here. Wayne Gretzky live in the studio. Wow. What is he wearing, bro? It's interesting how Wayne Gretzky's actually there. All right, face-off now in the Florida zone. Won by Tampa. Chernak a shot. Saved by Bobrovsky. Down low. Reinhart now. It's picked up then by the Bolts. And Kucherov now tries throwing it up to the point. Hedman, a slap shot, and a glove save by Bobrovsky. Shots are 4-3 now as Tampa Bay is starting to actually start racking up the shots here a little bit. Again, you obviously remember last year they went down 3-0 to the Florida Panthers. They forced a Game 5, but couldn't get anything more done after that. I think if you're the Lightning, this is a must-win game. You got to find out a way to win. You got to figure out a way to get past this Florida team that certainly seems unstoppable right now. Face-off coming here now inside of the Florida zone. Cirelli will take the draw for Tampa Bay versus Anton Lundell. In front, Goncalves throws it up to the point. A shot, and that one goes way wide. It does go through the crease. Picked up then another shot. Hits the camera. It goes down and back into the Bobrovsky. It hit the camera behind the goaltending net. That's kind of funny. So look at Kucherov and all them back out there for another one. Kucherov only one assist in the series. Has been a little bit of a ghost. I don't want to say that, but you definitely want a little bit more out of him than just one assist for sure. Face-off coming now inside of the Florida end. One down low. Ekblad trying to clear it through the neutral zone. Picked up by Tampa. Point in front. Shoots it just wide. Down low. Kucherov fires it. And saved by Bobrovsky. Hedman a shot. And that one deflects wide as well. Florida will move it down the other way. Here's Barkov. Barkov moves it down and low past Hedman. Gets tied up down low. Picked up in front. Tkachuk a shot. And stopped by Vazzy. Gensel rushing it now the other way. Down low, he takes down Forsling. Panthers fans were looking for a penalty there in the stands. It's a mix of red and white in that arena. Puck in the Tampa Bay zone as Bolts will look for options. Chernak clears it into the zone. Down low now, Bobrovsky sends it back for Schmidt. All the way down the other way, it's McDonough who will hold the puck inside of the Tampa Bay zone, sends it up and through. Back down the right side, Lilleberg in front for Glendening, and a save by Bobrovsky, and some pushing and shoving there as well. 11-10 left here in the first period. Shots are 5-4 in favor of the Panthers. They have the only one that matters so far, though. It's just one of those games, folks. One of those games. And we're getting a penalty here. I heard 63 Florida penalty. So Brad Marchand going to the box? It appears like it. What do you do? What happened? What? I'm lost. What did Marchand do? How does Marchand become the only one that... I don't understand. Oh, I missed the... Oh, the cross-check you're beginning. Okay. Valid. All right. Power play coming up now for Tampa Bay. Not for Florida. I did that last night with Edmonton, LA. Tampa Bay's power play in the playoffs, 12.5%. Florida's PK, second best. Tampa's only scored one power play goal in 7 power plays. Face-off won by the Panthers. They clear it all the way down the other way. Picking it up down low now is Hedman, who will move it around now in the defensive zone. Drops it back. Braden Point through center ice. We'll give it back then for Kucherov. Kucherov to Gensel. To the point to Hedman. Thrown back down low. Sturm will backhand that one out of the zone, and they'll get a line change here quickly. Hedman in the Tampa Bay zone. Sends it up for Kucherov, and Bobrovsky kicks that one away. And cleared again by Florida. Man, they can't get anything going. Down low here now, it's going to be Hedman who picks it up. Hedman through the zone now, drops it back over for Braden Point. Point to Kucherov. Sends it up and over then as behind the net now, Shafee over to Kucherov again. To Cirelli. Hedman over a shot and blocked in front and cleared the other way by Florida. 40 seconds left on the Tampa Bay power play. Yanni Gourde will take that puck now through center ice. Dumped into the zone by Radish. And a face-off there as I think the puck went out of play. And yeah, looking at game 2, definitely some faulty power play structuring by Tampa Bay. They can't seem to keep the puck in the zone. They're really not being given a lot by Florida either to really get shots on net. You got to figure out a way to kind of combat that on the power play here and try and get one through. Defensively, Florida looks good. At center ice, Radish will drop it back then as Connor Geekie will move it into the zone. Geekie here on the right side. Picked up then, pass over for Paul to the point. Radish's shot saved, rebound, and Paul missed the shot. Geekie throws it up to the point, intercepted by Florida, and they clear the other way. And 10 seconds to go on the power play. That'll pretty much do it. Another embarrassing kill there from the Florida Panthers, and Tampa Bay just can't seem to get anything through. Down low on the right side, Florida clears it to center ice. Barkov drops it back into the zone. Barkov save, rebound in front, it goes wide. Reinhart throws it around now behind the net to Schmidt. Schmidt battling with Gongalves on the right side, picked up then at the point, and they'll just take it out. Ekblad regrouping now behind the net in his own zone as his team gets a line change. 8:40 left here in the first period. Shots are the same. It's 1-0. Pass in front, stolen back then by Tampa. Picked up by the Panthers. Bennett into the zone. Tkachuk over. Rodriguez drops it back. Another shot. And a save by Vasilevsky from Seth Jones. Good movement by the Panthers to get things going here. Shots are 6-4. And it's 1-0 Florida. And they are not giving Tampa Bay a whole lot of anything. Just went through an entire case of water in about a week, so we're locked in and ready to get through another case that I put up down here. Can't believe myself. I can't believe I just did that. Okay, thank you all for tuning in so far. I really do appreciate it. Let's hope for the best here now in this rest of this 4-game slate we got today. All right, face-off coming inside of the Tampa Bay zone. All right, face-off coming here now. Tampa Bay 2-6 all time when trailing by 2. Definitely something you need to look at. The last time, again, we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, the last time they came back from down 2-0 was against the Rangers back in 2022 in the conference finals, but that was a way different team back then. On the right side, Tkachuk trying to backhand it through the zone. It's picked up by Rodriguez. Rodriguez waits for options here. Will throw it around behind the net. Down low now, Mikkola with it. Back then as Moser battles for it. Sent up to the point. Ekblad fires it, deflected it into Vasilevsky's glove. As they recount the shots. Oop, not 7-3, 8-3. Or 8-4. Yeah, Panthers definitely have the edge here early. They're getting quick chances. They are basically collapsing Tampa Bay's defense. I feel like how they've looked on the power play or on the kill has been phenomenal as well. Just some good stuff from Florida so far, as we kind of already know this team has been like this for a very long time. Marchand throws it down low now behind the net. Lilleberg tries sending it up through the neutral zone. Gets it back. Tries passing it up to center ice. Stolen back then by the Panthers. A shot blocked in front and cleared out of the zone. Shafee will bank it down the boards now the other way. It's picked up swiftly then by the Panthers. Ekblad leveled there by Shafee. And taken back then by Florida. On the right side. Try to clear it back down low. On the right side, Nate Schmidt will send it back behind the net. Who has been pretty phenomenal in this series. Has 2 goals. Has been a pretty good pickup there for Florida in the offseason as a cheap offseason acquisition. Hit there by Lilleberg down low on Sam Bennett. Battling here on the right side now. Down low, Lilleberg will now pick it up. Passes it up through center ice. Kept in the zone by Florida. And up the boards as it does come out of the zone, and they'll call it for offsides against Florida. Shots are 8-4 here with a little less than 7 minutes left in the first period. Florida with the 1-0 lead here early already. Face-off coming here now, won by Tampa Bay. Perbix waits here in the zone. Over then to Hedman. Hedman the point. Braden Point down the right side. Moves it into the zone. Will circle back around. Gives it over for Perbix. Perbix throws it in front and Gensel can't finish. 3-on-2 now for Florida the other way. Bennett down on the right side. Feeds it down low for Reinhart in front. And Vasilevsky makes the save on Verhaeghe. As Florida just keeps on going with things here. It seems like the only chances Tampa Bay is going to get here are just off the rush. They can't seem to really kind of get anything inside of the Florida zone. It's just been phenomenal defense from the Panthers. I mean, again, just like, it's not like Bobrovsky's looked good, but like he's not even really been given any grade A chances so far. And that's why I think like Florida is like looking hella hard to beat right now. Ekblad throws it down low. Puck is deflected. Picked up by Lundell in front. Saved by Vazzy on Marchand. Down low, Gongalves will throw it down for Chernak, who backhands it up the zone. Picked up then by Marchand. Marchand moves it in a backhand and it goes wide. Cirelli sends it up now through center ice. Picked up then by the Panthers on the right side. Slid up then as Marchand will fight for it. And Tampa Bay will regroup and move it the other way. Cirelli to Gensel. Moves it to the front. Comes in. Shoots it. Saved by Bob. Lundell on the right side. Gongalves in front. Gensel. And they can't get a shot off. And the Panthers will try and clear. It'll be dumped back down low and around. And back then for Gongalves, who throws it in front. Cirelli can't get the pass. And Florida gets it right back out. Barkov through the neutral zone. Dumps it in down low. Will take it behind the net. Gets knocked down low. And banked around the right side and out of the zone. Verhaeghe picks it up at center ice. Dumps it down low now. They'll battle for it here. Verhaeghe fighting with Moser. Picked up then by Hedman. Hedman tries throwing a pass up through the neutral zone. Cleared out then by the Panthers. Reinhart to Mikkola. Mikkola will wait here now down low. Back to Ekblad. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the first. It's still 1-0 Panthers. Dumped into the Tampa Bay zone. Vasilevsky now behind the net will play it. Over then for Lilleberg, who tries passing it up. Intercepted. Samoskevich in front. And Sturm can't finish. Boquist now battling down low. Picked up then by Paul, who tries backhanding it out of the zone. Kept in bow by the Panthers. Perbix sends a pass up then for Chaffee. Stolen back then by Florida. They clear it right back in and get a line change. It's been seamlessly all Panthers here so far in this first period. We got 4 games today, including this one here today as well on the broadcast channel. Offsides here against Tampa Bay. And a faceoff will come outside. Florida with the lead ahead here so far. It's 1-0. Yeah, I mean, like, it just feels like all Panthers. Like, it doesn't feel like anything the other way whatsoever. And it's pretty brutal, like, to be honest with you. It's just not pretty. Okay. Still in commercial break here, folks. Thank you all for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. We got a fun night and fun day of streams, so be sure to stick around for all the fun. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. This has been a fun live stream so far. Just got to be excited for the ride. All right. Face-off coming here now outside of the Florida zone. Tampa Bay still looking to tie this game up. It's Geeky versus Bennett. Won by the Panthers. Schmidt moves it through the zone. Drops it back then. Cleared down low by Kulikov. On the right side, Vasilevsky now behind the net will play it over then for Goncalves. Tries sending it through the zone. It's blocked off by Schmidt. And cleared all the way back down into the Florida zone, and an icing there against the Bolts. Shots are 11-4 Panthers. It really has not been that close of a first period here so far. I bet Cooper's pretty frustrated. Because I know I am just from watching this. Like, it's just like it's Florida. Just pure Florida this entire game so far. Brutal stuff. Brutal stuff. Face-off coming here now inside of the Tampa Bay zone. It'll be Bennett versus Gord. Face-off here now, won by Tampa Bay. Perbix. 3-on-2 now the other way. Perbix to Geeky. Geeky shoots it. And it goes up above the net and around the right side. Gord sends it back down low. Rodriguez to Tkachuk on the right side. Cleared up then by Schmidt, who will just gain the red line and dump it down the other way. Geeky clears it down low. Florida gets that one easily. They'll regroup now. Forsling over to Schmidt once again. Sends a pass up, intercepted. And Tampa will just drop it back anyways. And another icing against the Bolts. Brutal. Brutal stuff here from Tampa Bay so far. A little over 3 minutes left in the first period. Matthew Tkachuk with the only goal so far. And Connor Geeky with a shot that went right off the bar, so they almost got one there, but unfortunately could not roof it past Sergei Bobrovsky. He's just that good, isn't he? I guess. I don't know. Face-off. Won by Florida. Forsling sends it back down low behind the net. Barkov looking for options. Feeds it up to the front. A shot. Saved by Vazzy. Down low. Picked up by Kucherov, who backhands it all the way up and out of the zone. And Forsling will regroup now behind the Florida net. On the right side, kept him at the point then. Kucherov dekes around Barkov, throws it in front. Gensel, he scores! What a play by Jake Gensel! And Tampa ties it at 1. Good Lord. Nikita Kucherov gets it started, putting it through Barkov, and then sends it in front for Gensel. He ties the game up. What a play. Oh my goodness. Razzle-dazzle through Barkov and Reinhart collectively between Kucherov and Gensel. What a play. Oh my goodness. I take back everything I said about Tampa. Good Lord, what a play. Oh man. Victor Hedman with the puck now to Radish. Radish will clear it all the way down the other way now. Down low, Paul with it to Cirelli. Cirelli sends it around behind the net. Radish battling with the puck here. Shafee tries throwing it in front. Stolen back then by Marchand to Jones. Up for Lindell. Lindell racing it down low. It's taken back then by Tampa quickly. And cleared out to center ice. Radish through the zone. It's tipped around then by Shafee, who just sends it now behind the net. Picked up by Paul. Paul to the point. Hedman shoots it. And goes around to the other side. Radish throws it back down low. Cirelli battling for it now here. It's picked up again by Florida. Tampa intercepts. At the point. Radish shoots it. It goes wide of the net. Marchand throws it around down low. Nick Paul now battling here in the corner. Thrown back down low behind the net. Radish sends it behind. Shafee back for Radish. Picked up again then by Florida. About 100 seconds left here in this first period. Puck is cleared to center ice. It's taken back then by the Bolts. Gensel will drop it down low in the zone, battling now with Mikkola. Around the right side is Bennett, with Jones now tied up at the corner. Still battling with it here in the corner, and the ref raises his hand, and we got a penalty. As Bennett knocked down Kucherov, I think we might see something here now. I think it's going to be a penalty against... It's on Tampa? Okay. All right, penalty against Tampa, Florida power play. Okay. All right, I thought that was going to be against Florida for Bennett knocking down Kucherov. Well, let me actually... Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Oh, for that. Okay, all right. I guess maybe that's justifiable, I guess. I don't know, though. Still a little strange. Penalty here for Florida now. Kucherov in the box. 1:16 left in the first. Florida will get a power play here for the remainder of this period and some of the second. On the right side now, Barkov shoots it. Saved by Vazzy. Down low now as we approach the final minute of play in the first period. Battling here in the corner, McDonough trying to pick it up now down low. Sprawling forward here on the right side as time winds down. Puck finally breaks free. Chernak trying to throw it up and clear it, and Tampa will do so successfully. Oh my goodness, that almost went in. I would have lost my mind. 40 seconds to go. Barkov through the zone. Reinhart down the right side. Verhaeghe tries throwing it in front. It's stolen back then by Tampa and cleared. A good kill here so far by the Tampa Bay Lightning. 20 seconds left here in this first period. It wasn't easy at the beginning, but a good power play and a good play here by the Bolts in these last couple of minutes. Puck goes out of play off of Verhaeghe's shot with 14.4. Halfway through the Panthers power play, by the way. As Bobrovsky went out to make that save, it went through him and just wide. If that puck was even a little bit over more, that would have gone in, and I think I would have lost my mind. Face-off coming here now outside of the Tampa zone. It's won by the Bolts. They'll clear it all the way down the other way. Just wide of Bobrovsky. Schmidt will pick it up down low. They'll try and make one last push. He'll send it up for Verhaeghe. Into the zone now. Bennett on the right side. And that'll do it for the first period. A goal from Matthew Tkachuk and a goal from Nikita Kucherov. Or sorry, not Kucherov. It was assisted by Kucherov. A goal from Jake Gensel. Puts both teams on the board. It's 1-0 here after 20 minutes of play. That being said, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We'll be back for the second period here momentarily. And I'm going to make the clips for that because those were some pretty good calls and some pretty good plays. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining in here so far today. I really do appreciate it. We have plenty of live streams coming up. So if you could stick around, tune in, say hi, all that good stuff, I would greatly appreciate it. As we keep on moving forward in what is hopefully a very good day for the channel. Whew. I should have washed my face or something because I just feel very tired for some reason. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I thought definitely Tampa got better as that game went on. I guess they kind of just needed that one offensive zone play because otherwise, like, I don't know, they weren't looking particularly great. Behind the net gives it over to Chernak. Kept in though by the Panthers on the right side. Bennett moves it in, circles, shoots it, save, score! By the Panthers on the right side. Bennett moves it in, circles, shoots it, save, score! Matthew Tkachuk on the rebound, and Florida takes a 1-0 lead early. Oh, man. Tampa Bay, dude. All right, that's one. Imagine if the Leafs and Panthers both sweep and we'll have to meet in the second round. I think they would, right? They would. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's possible of that happening. So that's not impossible there, William. If anything, that will happen just because of the way these series are going. I think again, like if Florida wins this game, it's probably going to be a series for them, and then it's wraps for Tampa Bay. I already think it's wraps for Ottawa, but I've been wrong before. Yeah, that's what I thought. It would make a pretty damn good first round matchup. I would love to see that, honestly. I would love to see a first round series of that. That being said, I got to start getting ready for that after I make these clips. Oh man, I can't believe we're already through. We're already through an hour of like this insane day that's going to be like probably like 12 hours of streams. now behind. Point then, Kucherov. Right side, kept him at the point then. Kucherov. Deeks around Bark. On the right side, kept him at the point then. Kucherov. Deeks around Barkov. Throws it in front. Gensel! He scores! Point then, Kucherov. On the right side, kept him at the point then. Kucherov. Deeks around Barkov. Throws it in front. Gensel! He scores! What a play by Jake Gensel! And Tampa ties it at 1. Good Lord. Nikita Kucherov gets it started, putting it through Barkov, and then sends it in front for Gensel. He ties the game up. Okay, that's all done. Thank you, fellas, for popping in. I appreciate it. On the right side, all right. You know what? I was wondering, should I make a timer for intermission? Should I do that? What do you guys think? I'm thinking about it. Shots were 12-5. It's pretty much correct. I also got to make my fan made tier list today as well. All right, wonderful. Let me look up how to make a clock again. All right, just bear with me here for a second. Let me look up how to do this again. All right, Google. I forget how to do it. It's timer, not clock. How do you do it? Tools, scripts, right? Yes. And then this, boom. Oh, hang on. I gotta rename this. Because there's already one that's named it. Oh my goodness, this is like... Alright, how about that? What on earth? Oh. Trying to figure this out, because I think it'd be pretty cool if we could do that. All too techie for your knowledge. No worries. It definitely is. Okay. Yeah, it's scripts. Can I make another one? Oh my God, I can't. Nope, that does not work. Why is this doing this? I was able to do it the other time. Do I have to look up a tutorial, bro? Oh, haha. Oop, I just did something. Did I just mess? Great. I'm going to have to fix that later. Great. I'm going to have to fix that. Uh. Oh, I got it. I got it. How do I remove the 0 zeros? Okay, that's for next intermission. All right. Ooh, yes. Okay. All right, perfect. That's cool. All right, that's a new thing we can have now. Where's the period? Here it is. All right, second period coming up here soon. Goals came from Kucherov and Kachuk. Or Gensel and Kachuk. Why do I keep saying? Well, Kucherov had the assist. All right. Let me just update this real quick. I got to start making the lineup cards for Leafs versus Senators. All right, Toronto, Ottawa. All right. Okay. Okay. Pete DeBoer says Miro Heiskanen remains out tonight, so that stays as it is. All right, as we wait for I got about 15 more seconds. Can already tell I'm a little bit behind. Of course I am. All right, face-off coming here, won by Tampa Bay. The second period is now underway. Bolts with the puck now on the right side. Cleared back down low behind the net. Panthers regroup now in their own zone. 30 seconds left. Seth Jones drops it back. Panthers looking to control here as they have 20 seconds left on their power play. Reinhart now down low. Forgot to change this. Stolen back then by the Lightning shorthanded. Cirelli gives it up into the zone. Gensel will just send it back. And we get a whistle for offsides here against Tampa Bay. All right. Face-off coming here outside of the Florida zone. Tampa Bay tied this game at 1 late in the first period. Face-off won by the Bolts. They'll take it back and regroup in their own zone and let the power play run down. Chernak feeds it up through neutral zone. Dumped all the way down the other way. Puck goes into the glove of Bobrovsky, and he'll make the cover. And the penalty will expire, so we're back to 5-on-5 here in the second period. Yeah, so some good chances here from Tampa Bay, at least so far in this one. I think, again, like, they're playing much better as the game has progressed along. I really didn't like how they started out, but now they look pretty solid. A shot here from the point, saved by Bobrovsky. He'll cover that one up here now from Gensel as these teams get some pushing and shoving and keep on going at it. Again, it's pretty clear they don't like each other. Goals per game for Tampa Bay. They were first in the league in the regular season. Now they only average 1 per game in the playoff, which is dead last. They only have 3 here in these first couple of games, and that's a goal a game. So just brutal stuff here from Tampa Bay. They need to start amping those numbers up as Florida's offense has basically said no. Face-off, won by the Bolts. A shot from the point goes wide of the net. Back up then for Hedman. Hedman to Kucherov. Kucherov now drops it back to the point. Hedman fires it and goes up behind the net down low. Kucherov tied up on the right side. Hedman picks it up, shoots it now back and into Bobrovsky. He'll make the save and cover up. As the Bolts keep on pressuring. I am streaming all 4 games today. I will be live pretty much all day, so just wanted to mention that. We'll be live for a while here. It's part of the grind. It's a part of the grind. All right. Face-off coming now here inside of the Florida zone. It's won by Tampa. On the right side, taken back down low. It's Perbix battling now in the corner. Stolen back down low. Lundell trying to play it around here as well. On the right side, Luostarinen back for Schmidt. Played out in front. Shafee throws it up to the point. Perbix sends it back down low. Schmidt takes it back. On the right side, Luostarinen. Battling here on the left side. Down low. Schmidt. Stolen back then by Girgensons. He's being tied up by Kulikov. Picked up at the point. Perbix throws it around down low. Up at the point then, Gergensons will send it back. Intercepted by Florida. Here they come the other way. Lundell clears it into the zone. Down low now, Marchand battling for it here. Will send it in front. And a save there by Vazzy. At the point, Jones to Mikkola, who clears it back down low. Picked up again then by Tampa. Shafee to Perbix, who dumps it back down. Over then as Jones will send it around. Rodriguez up to Sam Bennett. Bennett waits, dangles around Connor, sends through the zone. A shot from Rodriguez is blocked in front and picked up again by the Bolts. Cirelli knocked down by Mikkola and cleared back into the Tampa Bay zone. With it here now, Geeky will move it down the other way. Clears it into the zone. Lilleberg in and skates around now. Throws it in front end. Tampa can't finish that opportunity. About 3 minutes gone here in the second period. It's still tied at 1. Shots are 12-8 in favor of the Panthers. But Tampa looks like the better team here through these last couple of minutes. Kucherov throws it over then to the right side. Chernak sends it back down low. Back now behind the net. Forsling picks it up then for Bennett, who banks it off the boards and cleared out. Chernak over then for Point. Point will circle around now and regroup. Pass through center ice into the zone. Drops it back for Gensel. Gensel moves in, dekes around, keeps it, shoots it, and blocked in front by the Panthers. Kept in the zone. Perbix fires it around. Back then is Forsling. And cleared into the Tampa end. They'll regroup now. Perbix sends a pass through center ice and all the way back and down into the Florida zone. Ekblad shoots it around now behind the net. Puck is played all the way back down behind the Tampa Bay zone. Down low now, Verhaeghe sends it in front and stolen back then by the Panthers. Down low, Lundell throws it in front, and that one's intercepted and gets cleared now all the way down the other way. Schmidt regroups here at center ice. Marchand with it. Clears it into the zone. Down low now, Vasilevsky over to Hedman on the right side. Hedman sends it up through neutral zone. It's picked up then by Schmidt, who will regroup. Stolen back then by the Panthers. Marchand moves it in. Offsides then against Florida. Has some pushing and shoving there between Brad Marchand and Victor Hedman. And settles. And there goes that. 15:46. Just some back and forth action here. Not a whole lot of, overall grade A opportunities here in this second period. I do feel like Tampa looks like the better team here so far. I think that is pretty clear. Face-off coming now outside of the Tampa Bay zone. It'll be Sturm versus Cirelli. Nico Sturm, deadline acquisition from Florida. I thought was a very good ad as well. He's looked good in these games as a nice fourth-line addition. On the right side, Jones picks it up in the Florida zone. It's tipped into the Tampa Bay end. Sturm picks it up. Takes it around here. Shoots it on net. And saved by Vazzy in front, if that even got on him. And the puck deflects up and out of play. 15:29 left here in the second period. Shots are 12-8 even still. Not a whole lot of shots here through this middle frame. Panthers with a 2-0 lead here in this series. They will be able to close it out on Monday if they get the win here today. If Tampa does get an extra one, we will have a Game 5 in Tampa Bay. Face-off one now by the Bolts. Lilleberg feeds it up through center ice. Goncalves passes it through the zone. It's cleared down low. Glendening backhands it around behind the net to Cirelli. Cirelli trying to send it up to the point. It's dumped all the way down the other way. And picked up then by Lilleberg. Down the right side, he'll shoot it into the zone around now behind the net. Florida picks that one up pretty easily. Down low now, Goncalves will try sending it around. It's stolen back, though, by the Panthers. Reinhart through center ice. Barkov to Marchand. Verhaeghe now behind the net. Gets tied up down low by I think that was point, and Hedman picks it up then for Tampa Bay. He'll slide it back behind the net as it's taken by Radish and through the neutral zone. Goncalves will dump it, but it's offsides against Tampa Bay. Showing off Sam Reinhart, scored 50 last year, as I think 40 this season. He's scored about 96 goals in the last year and a half. Has been phenomenal for the Florida Panthers, especially on that Stanley Cup run and just throughout the entire way for this Florida Panthers team. They have been just nothing short of phenomenal. Face-off coming here now, won by the Lightning. They'll dump it into the Florida zone. Behind the net, Ekblad with it. Passes it up through neutral zone. Up then for Marchand. Marchand, he's got Rodriguez with him into the zone. In front, save, rebound! And Rodriguez can't catch it. Here comes Gensel. Rushing down the other way. It's dumped into the zone then by the Lightning at the point. Hedman over. Chernak shoots it above the net. Goes down low in the crease. They jab at it. But Bobrovsky makes the save. Still tied at 1 here through the middle frame. And some good defensive zone plays here by Florida, even though, Tampa Bay, I feel like, has opened up the ice a little bit. I do think that Florida is still playing that sound game defensively. And I think that is something that, again, like, they haven't looked that pretty these last couple of minutes. I think that's something that you can definitely take away from this game here so far for sure. Face-off, won by the Panthers down low. Schmidt will take it behind the net. Feeds it over then for Kulikov. Through the neutral zone, backhanded down low. Nick Paul gets it right back, dumps it back down low. Kulikov on the right side fighting with Gord. Gord sends it in front, and it's stolen there. Rodriguez trying to pass it through his own player, and it's cleared back down low. Gord battling here now with Ekblad. On the right side, puck gets played up free, and Florida will get it out. 3-on-2. Dumped into the zone then by Boquist. They'll get a line change. Behind the net, Gord battling for it. Boquist picks it up now behind the net. Jesper Boquist to the point. Mikkola shoots it. Blocked in front and cleared out of the zone by Tampa. Jones dumps it into the zone. It'll go in on Vasilevsky. He'll make the glove save and cover that one up with 13-12 left. Not a lot of shots here through this second period. Just a lot of defensive zone plays. Back and forth hockey. If you were looking for a high shot game here so far, you're not getting it. It's nothing like Oilers Kings last night. That's for sure. All right. Thank you all for tuning in so far. I really do appreciate it. Apologies if you hear typing on the keyboard. I am currently making the lineup cards and lineup papers for Tampa Bay versus Ottawa. And then as well as that too, Colorado versus Dallas later on, just so I don't have to worry about it later. That'll be a series deciding game there between the Leafs and the Senators. I think that's going to be probably our best stream of the night in my opinion, unless if we get something even better. But I think just from what we've seen, it's been pretty electric. And I'd be shocked if any of the other streams we do today are better than that one. Like, I'm really looking forward to that one later tonight. That'll be a lot of fun. Getting to the point now where I basically know all these players' numbers by heart, and I don't even need to really make these lineup cards anymore. But I know if I don't, I'll be like scrambling. Oh, what's their number? What's their number? What's weird is like whenever I do these commentaries, I always like I'll know their number, but like my brain will just stop, and I just won't. I'll just forget. So that's why I always try to create better. I always try to create them after every game. Last night, though, I used the same ones as I did in game 2 because really nothing changed. All right. Live here again from Tampa Bay. Face-off coming inside of the Lightning zone. Cirelli versus Rodriguez. And it's won by Florida. Jones shoots it. And that one goes up in the air and out of play. And some subtle pushing and shoving here from these two teams. I don't think I'm rustling any feathers by saying that they are not a fan of each other. I mean, you play each other 4 times in the last 5 years. You tend to, you know, kind of gain a dislike for your opponent. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing here tonight. Or I guess today. It's 2 in the afternoon. So I really can't be saying tonight. Which just feels very weird to say that. And they're still going at it. Hedman and Tkachuk. All right, face-off coming here now. It's going to be Paul versus Bennett. And it's one. The puck goes up in the air and into the corner. Down low now. Cirelli will play it back for Rodriguez, who tries throwing it up to the point. Back down low now on the right side. It's cleared around them by Tkachuk. Jones down low. Tries chipping it through and around. It's picked up then by Goncalves, who has some room here. Sends it up in front for Hedman. Intercepted. Kept in. Tkachuk feeds it in front. It bounces off of Lightning, and they're moving the other way. Goncalves through the zone. 3-on-2. Hedman over to Paul, who can't get a shot on. Oh, man. Kept in, though, in the zone. On the right side. Thrown down low. Paul circling around here now. Tries throwing it in front, and it dangles up in the air. And still in the zone, however. Seth Jones clears it all the way down the other way. Here's Rodriguez with Moser. Will circle around and wait for reinforcements. Throws it down low then for Bennett, who drops it around back behind the net. Puck kept in the zone. Cirelli throws it around now. Back for Hedman. Hedman will shoot it back then for Cirelli, who tries clearing. Kept now on the right side. Reinhart shoots it, deflected, and kept in the zone, however. Reinhart over. Ekblad fires it in a save by Vasilevsky, and he gets cross-checked into the net, and I think that might be a penalty. And yeah, that will definitely be a penalty. Ekblad was cross-checked into the net, and it's going to be Cirelli going to the box. Panthers power play coming up. And you really can't argue that one there. I mean, he more or less just went like this right into him into the net. I think there's really no argument to be made there. It's a penalty. You can't do that. You definitely cannot do that. And that being said, face-off coming here now inside of the Tampa Bay zone. And Florida will get a chance to regain their lead back after Matthew Tkachuk's early goal in the first period. Face-off, won by the Bolts. McDonough will clear it up and all the way out of the zone and into the Florida end. Seth Jones now behind the net will take it and regroup as 11:36 remains here in this second period. It's still tied at 1. Reinhart dumps it into the neutral zone, shoots it around the right side. Tkachuk waits, over. Samoskevich sends it down low. Lundell in front, and they can't connect. Thrown back down low behind the net. Slides up in front. And Vasilevsky will just make the cover as the puck bounced off the boards and went into his crease. Coming up later today, we got the 4 p.m. slate between the Minnesota Wild and the Vegas Golden Knights. It is a must-win game for Vegas as they are down 2-1 in the series and need to avoid going down 3-1 here. So we'll be following that series extensively. Tkachuk sends it down low. Intercepted then by the Bolts. Gensel will get it and clear it down the other way. Racing for it now is Paul as Bobrovsky will play the puck behind his own net. Back then down low, Seth Jones. Drops it back halfway through the power play. Reinhart clears it into the zone, shoots it on net, and it goes wide. Down low, McDonough plays it up then for Paul. It slid in front then through the zone. Here's Paul, 2-on-1 the other way into the zone. Gensel! And it goes wide. Picked up by Florida again the other way. Samoskevich to Tkachuk. Tkachuk winds it down low, throws it in front. Saved by Vazzy! And the whistle's blown. With some more pushing and shoving as Tkachuk leads the instigating to the surprise of nobody. Face-off coming here now inside of the Tampa Bay zone. Still tied at 1. Florida still on the power play. Down low. It's won by Tampa Bay. Victor Hedman will bank that one off the boards and down the other way. Behind the net is Nate Schmidt. Schmidt with some control. Drops it back then for Bennett, who takes it into the zone. Bennett now up then for Rodriguez through the zone. Down low. Feeds it up to the point. Marchand loses it in his feet. It's picked up then by Schmidt to Marchand, who fires it in a save by Vazzy. He gets it back up to the point. Schmidt to Marchand. Marchand digging around Glendening. Moves it to the front. Loses control of the puck, and Tampa will clear that one subsequently, and that'll do it for the power play. Good kill there by Tampa Bay. Hedman fires it, and that one goes up and out of play. 9:36 left here in the second period. A killed penalty there by Tampa Bay. Keeps it at 1. Thank you all for tuning in so far. I really do appreciate it. If you are new, please do consider subscribing to join the great community that we have here on this channel. We keep on growing. We keep on making these live streams. We keep on making the videos. It's a fun time here on the channel. Oh, gotta update this. This is our 54th Watch With Nordic live stream of the season, which is kind of wild when you think about it. We've done 54 of these. I wonder how many goals that is. I guess I should calculate that. I think that'd be cool. All right, that's all done. Still 1-1 here halfway through this game, halfway through this middle frame. I know we still got a lot of time, but I do want to say we have not seen overtime yet in a Watch With Nordic live stream. So I'm just waiting for the day that we get one and it's like a double overtime. I am scared. I am very, very scared. And I wonder, I'm intrigued if it's going to be this one here tonight. I guess we'll see. Face-off coming here now inside of the Tampa Bay zone. Lightning just killed off a power play from Cirelli. It's won by Tampa Bay. They'll backhand it up and out of the zone. Racing for it now is Gensel. Hedman now tries sliding it up to Paul. Perbix steals it back. Through the zone, will look for options. Falls on his feet, will dump it down and into the zone. And Jones will pick it up and regroup. Back down low and cleared the other way. And we got a whistle here in the Lightning zone as we get some pushing and shoving here now in front of the Tampa Bay bench. There was a Panther down on the ground. Kucherov is down on the other side of the ice. And is this going to be a penalty? The trainer's coming out there to look at Kucherov. That can't be good. Canes have officially registered a contract with Nikishin. And we're going to get a penalty here. Looks like it will be against Sam Moskovich. Michigan. Connecticut native, played in Michigan. One of my favorites there, watching that Michigan team play. And yeah, hit there on Kucherov. I think that's definitely going to be a penalty there. It looks like Kucherov is okay, but the Lightning will go to the power play. And just a tripping call, I believe. Yep. So Tampa Bay will go to the power play here with 9:14 remaining. And it's good because Florida's kind of controlled play here these last couple of minutes. 1 for 9 in the series is Tampa Bay's power play. They need to get a power play goal here, and they need to start utilizing it. Florida's given them quite literally nothing. Face-off, won by Florida. Played down low. Braden Point throws it up to the point. Hedman to Kucherov to Gensel to Hedman. Shoots it! Glove by Bobrovsky. At least they got a shot on goal. That's a positive, at least. 9:02 now left in the second period. Showing off Bobrovsky, Stanley Cup champion, two-time Vezina winner. Point versus Sturm now. In the Florida zone, it's won by the Bolts, thrown up to the point. Gensel, it's got some room, shoots it! And another save there by Bobrovsky. Shut my door real quick, sorry guys. Face-off coming here again. Cirelli versus Barkov. It's one down low now. Braden Point takes it now behind the net. Throws it down low. Kucherov tries sliding it up forward. It's intercepted by the Panthers. Hedman drops it back to Gensel. Back to Hedman, who moves it into the zone. Will wait for options here. Slides it down low. Broken up then by Florida and cleared down the other way. 1:15 remaining here on the power play. Kucherov through the zone, passes it up all the way in the air. Concalves will try getting it down low. He's tied up. Picked up by Gensel to Point. Thrown up to the point then. Hedman to Kucherov. Can't control the puck. It's tipped around by Florida. And kept in, though, by the Bolts. Point to Hedman. In front. Kucherov winds it back. Hedman a shot! And blocked in front as it goes down low. Played up then and taken out of the zone by the Bolts. A puck just went into Braden Point. Jake Gensel in the face. And it's an offsides there against Tampa Bay anyways. As both teams keep on racking up their shots. Faceoff will come outside of the Tampa Bay zone. Oh, the stick caught Jake Gensel. Face-off coming now outside of the Tampa zone. It looks like the stick hit Gensel, but there was no call. I think the whistle was already blown. Point to Radish. Dumped into the zone by Geekie on the right side. Played back Ekblad. Now down low. Concalves looking for options here. Stolen back then by the Panthers, who try and clear it now the other way. Kept up at the point. Radish over to Geeky. Intercepted in front. Paul taken back then by the Bolts. Geeky to Radish's shot. Saved by Bobrovsky. On the right side. Playing it here now down low. We get a whistle. Or not a whistle. Cheers from the crowd. Jesus. Back then for Paul. Paul threw it into the zone. Shot in front. Blocked from a Concalves opportunity. Down low now. Paul being tied up by Ekblad. To the point. Radish a shot. And a save there. Played on the right side. At the point, McDonough fires it. And blocked in front by an own Tampa Bay player. Concalves in front. Geeky shoots it. Pass in front. And they can't finish it. Cleared up to the neutral zone. McDonough will regroup now for Tampa Bay. Back over then. Nick Paul sends it through and all the way in. Paul with Gensel shoots it. Scores! Nick Paul puts it past Bob. And it's 2-1 Bolts. And for the first time in this series, they lead. And only a couple attempts there from Tampa Bay in that stretch. Nick Paul with a lucky kind of deflection shot off of Bobrovsky will tuck that one past. And Tampa Bay has a 2-0 lead here halfway through this game. We talked about in the pregame how the Lightning needed this win. This was a must-win type of game. And there's a lot of time left. But they have a 2-1 lead here for the first time in this series. Played down low. It's cleared into the zone then by the Panthers on the right side. Picked up by Reinhart. Sent around now behind the net. Over then. Cleared up to center ice as the Panthers try and intercept it. Picked up then by Gensel. Jake Gensel moves it into the zone. Drops it back. Kucherov up to the point. A shot. And blocked in front. Behind the net. Point. Waiting for options. Takes it around now down low. We'll throw it up then for Chernak to Gensel. Back over to Kucherov. Down low now with it. Around behind the net. Gensel trying to throw it up. I think they got 5 forward. They got like 4 forwards out there. Here come the Panthers. Reinhart over. A shot from Bennett. Goes behind the net down low. Chernak. Back then. Up to the point. A shot. Schmidt. And a save by Vazzy. And that faceoff gets blown dead. Some pushing and shoving there now. And with 5:44 remaining here in the second period, Nick Paul. Remember him from the Tampa series or Toronto series a couple years ago? It's 2-1 Lightning. And that's absolutely huge. Again, we keep talking about how, the Bolts, they needed momentum to go their way, and suddenly this game is flipped completely in their favor, and it's 2-1. I think they need to keep on playing the way they're playing. I don't think Florida's really playing that bad, but Bobrovsky needs to keep on playing the way he's been playing, and they simply can't let up. Again, you need to win this. You need to win this game. It's a must-win. Thank you all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. We have 3 more streams after this one, so we're essentially going all day here on the broadcast. So thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. It's been a very intriguing one here so far, to say the least. I wonder, there's still a lot of time left. Still in commercial break. .644 left here in the second period. Oh, man. Bobrovsky he almost caught that with his left skate, but it bounced off of him and went into the net. So, Nick Paul from Goncalves and McDonough here with 5:32 left in the second period. It's 2-1 Tampa Bay. Down low, Vasilevsky slides it around behind the net. Kept at the point then. Schmidt will send it down low. Thrown back in front for Florida. At the point, Schmidt a shot! And blocked. Tkachuk feeds it up to the point. A shot there from Ekblad goes wide of the net. Played down low now. Bennett gets it up. Trying to get it to Kulikov. He's tied up there on the right side. Finally, the Bolts will clear and Nate Schmidt will come out and regroup. Schmidt passes it through the neutral zone, taken into the zone now. In front, Marchand, and a save by Vasilevsky. Played around the right side now. Paul back to Hedman. Hedman sends it around now behind the net. Up to Paul. Nick Paul now moving it down the other way. 4-on-3. Paul will break it into the zone now. Throws it back behind the net. Sends it back then for Gord. Up to the point. Perbix around the right side. Who sends it back down low. Thrown in front by Kucherov. Stolen back then by the Panthers. Rushing down the other way. A 4-on-3. Rodriguez a shot. That one goes wide. Picked up again now by the Bolts. Gord sends it to Paul. Paul shoots it. And deflected off a stick. And into the corner. Ekblad throws it up then for Reinhart. Picked up by Barkov. Back then for Rodriguez, who feeds it over back for Reinhart. On the right side, a shot saved by Vasilevsky. Shafee picks it up now through neutral zone. Stolen back then by Reinhart. Reinhart feeds a pass in front. And deflected there. Gord feeds it up then through the zone. Perbix gets knocked off the puck and denied entry. And here come the Panthers. 3-on-2 the other way. Barkov to Reinhart. Reinhart in front. It's blocked by Hedman. Gensel sends it back. Cleared through the neutral zone. Battling here now is Shafee, who throws it up then for Point. Point's got some room. Goes around Kulikov. And tied up on the right side now by Barkov and cleared the other way. McDonough with control. Dumps it into the zone. On the right side here now, Hedman battling forward with Point. With Kucherov as well. Forsling joins the rush. It slides out then at the point. McDonough fires it. Saved by Bobrovsky. Shots are 21-13 here with 2:55 remaining. All right, guys, 21-14 now. .255 here left in the second period. Less than 3 minutes to go. It is still 1-0 or 2-1 in favor of Tampa Bay. Tampa definitely seems to have woken up a little bit here. Florida, I feel like, still is playing like the better team, but Tampa Bay doesn't look that bad. Down low now, Cirelli will throw it around behind the net, back up to the point on the right side. Here's Shafee, who slotted in here today for Brandon Hagel on the right side. Played back then for Geeky, now down low. Shafee trying to throw it up to the point. Boquist picks it back up. Taken now the other way. Samoskevich dumps it through the zone. Regrouping here now is Connor Geeky. Geeky throws it around behind the net now to Perbix. Up through the zone. Shafee will dump it down low. It's stolen back then by Schmidt. Through the zone, here's Tkachuk. Tkachuk with some room. Waits for reinforcements. Tries throwing it up to the point. It's dumped back down low then by Jones. Bennett circles it up. Mikula shot. Fans on it. Picked up, though, again by the Panthers. Rodriguez a shot. And a save by Vasilevsky. On the right side now, down low. Jones will fire it around behind the net to Mikula on the right side. Mikkola barely keeps that one into the zone. Rodriguez shoots it. Save in front. Rebound. And stopped by Bobrovsky on the right side. Save in front. Slides up to the point. Mikkola. Tkachuk! And it goes wide. Tkachuk picks it up again. He shoots it. And a glove save by Vasilevsky. And some pushing and shoving here from the two teams. Once again, after that whistle. About a minute 40 remaining here in this second period. And referees are talking. We might see a penalty or something get assessed here. They're still going at it. And Tkachuk going at it again here still with Victor Hedman. We know how Matthew Tkachuk can be. They're still going. Oh my goodness. They keep on going. Oh, definitely not quite to the level that we saw in Washington and Montreal, but definitely still a little crazy. And Bennett throws a punch there at Shafee. They're still going at it. All right. All right, let's see what the calls are. I'm sure there's going to be something. That was a pretty long scruffle that they just had there. All right, so there's only 3 penalties that came from that. So Tkachuk and Shafee and Rodriguez all take penalties. I'm not sure if that's going to translate to anything on the ice. Meaning, is there a power play for Tampa Bay? Not 100% sure. And yes, there will be a power play for Tampa Bay. All right, minute 36 here left in the second period. Tampa has the rest of the second to try and get something going here and possibly take a 2-goal lead with their power play. What's up, Braden Newfield? Let's go Oilers. Good calls yesterday. Thank you. I appreciate it. Puck drop in Minnesota. Vegas, 4:10 p.m. Eastern time is the expected puck drop. Face-off coming here now. Won by the Panthers down low. Battling in the corner. Point will bounce that one around. On the right side, it's picked up by Gensel. Gensel will dump it down low. At the point, Hedman shoots it. Save in front. Rebound. And kept out by Florida. Puck will come out of the zone. Approaching the last minute of play here in the second period. Tampa Bay regrouping here. It's Hedman. For Gensel. Gensel drops it back to Hedman. Over a shot and a save by Bobrovsky from Nikita Kucherov. Final minute of play here in the second. The score stands as is. It is 1-1 Bolts. Oh, brother. Face-off coming here now inside of the Florida zone once again. It's won by the Panthers. Mikkola throws it around now behind the net. Reinhart passes it through the neutral zone and back into the Tampa Bay end. Down low now. Vasilevsky plays it over then for Radish. Darren Radish, as time winds down, 40 seconds left in the middle frame. Here's Point into the zone, drops it back. Cirelli to Perbix to Radish for Gensel. Back down low, Kucherov thrown up to the point. Cirelli waits. Back down low now. Gensel battling forward here and cleared around by Seth Jones. 15 seconds left at the point. Radish's shot, and it goes wide. Kucherov tries sending it down low. 10 seconds left in the middle frame. Thrown down low by Tampa. Back in front, Kucherov waits, and that'll do it for the second period. The only goal in those 40 minutes was a Nick Paul opportunity and some more pushing and shoving here after the whistle as the Battle of Florida continues to be the Battle of Florida. And that being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. And we will be back for the start of the third period here momentarily. And we're going to get some penalties, I'm sure, from that. And let me update the intermission time clock. And there we go. We got 18 minutes till the start of the third period. Okay. So let me keep on doing the... I'm almost done my Toronto versus Ottawa notes, so that's good. I got to make a clip on the Nick Paul play. So let me do that real quick. Perfect. That's all done. As we keep on fighting here. Oh my God, the Wienermobile is in Reading. It's in Pennsylvania. Oh my Lord. Gensel shoots and scores! Nick Paul puts it past Bob, and it's 2-1 Bolts. And for the first time in this series, they lead. All right, that was easy. Oof. Back over that, Nick Paul sends it through and all the way in. Paul with Gensel shoots and scores! Nick Paul puts it past Bob, and it's 2-1 Bolts. And for the first time in this series, they lead. All right, wonderful. There we go. That's all done. Got about 11 minutes until the start of the third period. All right, perfect. So my lineup cards are done for Toronto, Ottawa. So I can upload those real quick. Let me cook up the score bug. Again, you got to do this with every single one. For the for especially the playoff ones, like it's one thing if I were to just use you know, the same one over and over again, but now I got to change it because of this. The game 3 thing right there. So, you know, just something that you got to do. It's a little bit tedious and a little bit annoying, but you kind of have to do it, unfortunately, and it is what it is. But when you're doing like 4 streams a day, just close out. All right, perfect. Okay. All right, so it looks like we're gonna add something new to the Toronto versus Ottawa one. Oh, fudge. Toronto 3-0. Really? All right, never mind. I guess we're not adding it. Thank you all for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it on our first of 4 live streams tonight. Again, we'll be live for all 4 games today. Starting off with this one, we'll be live for Maple Leafs versus Senators at 7. The Maple Leafs can advance. We'll also be live for Golden Knights and Wild as well. And then later on in the night, in the very far distance from now, we'll be live for Stars Avalanche. So it's non-stop streaming here today from the Nordic 97 YouTube channel. A lot of commentary clips coming. Oops, I just misclicked. All right, got about 3 or 4 minutes here until the start of the third period. Second period recap, only goal came from Nick Paul. So Tampa Bay with the 2-1 lead here. Again, we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast that it's absolutely pivotal that they win this game. And so far, they have the lead. We'll just have to see how they're going to be able to keep on to it here through this final frame. The Panthers are very good in the third period, so it's not over yet. But it's only a 1-goal lead here heading into this third period, so anything's possible, to be honest with you. My God, if I see this ad one more time. All right. Wonderful. That's 3 of the 4 that I need to get done here tonight. That being said, let's try and get done the fan-made tier list here throughout this, because I do need to get that out today. Looks like I'm going to be about 20 seconds off. Oh, why is it glitching? Sorry about that. Oh my God. Oh, it does not like it when I do that. Oh my Lord. Dropped 366 frames. Oh my God. Okay, I won't do that again. I guess because maybe I have everything open. All right, let me close some stuff. I apologize for that, guys. I am sorry. Oh my Lord. Everything all of a sudden just completely crashed. My apologies. All right, now it should be good. I guess I'll have to make that in between whistles. Oh, it's this. It's this. I figured it out. All right. Third period, Panthers versus Bolts is now underway. Face-off one here by Florida. Tampa will steal that puck and take it back into their own zone here and regroup. Holding the puck here now on the right side. Okay, that's enough. And a shot, and Gensel scores! Jake Gensel, his second of the night, and it's 3-1 Tampa Bay on a 4-on-4. Pass was played down the other way, and Jake Gensel, just like 20 seconds in, makes it 3-1 Florida with a nice pass in front. And Bobrovsky did not know where that puck was. He had no clue where that puck was at. And as a result, Tampa Bay goes up by 2. And that is absolutely clutch. And Bob lost his stick. The puck was bouncing up in the air, and Bob just didn't know where it was. And as a result, Tampa steals that puck. Florida power play here for a little bit. Barkov moves it into the zone. Takes it around now behind the net to Tkachuk. Tkachuk to the point. Verhaeghe. Back over then. Jones in front for Tkachuk, and stolen back and cleared down low. Reinhart thrown in front. Saved by Vasilevsky. And cleared by McDonough down the other way. Just a minute into this third period. Shots are 26-17 in favor of the Panthers. But Tampa Bay with 3 goals on Bobrovsky. And they're up by 2 here in the final frame. Tkachuk down low, waits for options. Throws it up to the point. Jones to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe moves it in. Will drop it back up to the point. Jones over. Verhaeghe, a shot, and deflects over into the corner. Picked up now by Tampa Bay. Glendening will just dump it into the zone and get a line change. And run down the clock. 25 seconds remaining here on the Florida power play. Ekblad feeds it up then for Lundell, who just chips it into the zone. Down low, Vasilevsky plays it around now. In front, save, rebound! And Bennett can't finish. Down low here on the right side. Panthers throw it up to the point. Schmidt over, a shot, and a whistle as the play was blocked in front of a penalty coming here against Florida. So we're going to 4-on-4 here for 4 seconds. And the Panthers are going to go to the box for tripping. And Tampa Bay will start off with a little bit of a power play here to keep on going. Look at that. A lot of action here. A lot of things to look through here in these first 2 minutes. So 4-on-4 for 4 seconds, and then followed by a Tampa power play. And the Bolts have a chance to kind of put this one away. We'll see if they can get it done. Face-off coming here now. Down low inside of the Panthers zone. It's Sturm versus Gensel. It's won by the Panthers. Boquist moving it down the other way. Jesper Boquist moves it into the zone. Backhands it around and down low. Mikkola tries sending it around. Kucherov then will give it up for Hedman. Back for Kucherov, over then for Braden Point. Point moving it down the right side. Braden Point with some room. Drops it back then for Gensel, who throws it up to the point. It'll go all the way out and picked up then by Hedman. Victor Hedman slides it up then for Kucherov. Kucherov shoots it on net and it goes wide and back down low and out of play. Minute 25 here left on the Lightning advantage. Shots are 27-17 in favor of the Panthers. So they have had the advantage here through a lot of this period, but from what it seems like, it's been more or less Tampa Bay. So Jake Gensel with that goal in front makes it 3-1. Kucherov tries sending it down low in front. It's picked up then by the Panthers. Down the zone, here's Lundell being tied up by Kucherov. Shorthanded, fires it, and a save by Vasilevsky on the right side. Kucherov back then for Nick Paul. Through the zone now, Hedman sends a pass up. And puck is intercepted then and picked up again by Gensel. Into the zone, down low, Cirelli battling on the right side. It slides up to the point. Hedman a backhand, and it's cleared out by Florida. So 16:50 left here in the third period. The play still stands. It's 3-1 Tampa Bay. 40 seconds left on their middle frame as they dump it into the zone and get their second unit out there on the ice. Battling on the right side. Thrown up to the point. Radish. Over. Koncalves a shot. And goes down low into the corner. Puck is cleared down and into the Tampa Bay zone. Vasilevsky will go out to play the puck. Back then for Radish. Darren Radish moves it to the neutral zone. Drops it back then for Paul. Paul will clear it back down low now. Behind the net, Ekblad will pick it up then, fighting with Forsling and Geekie. Goncalves throws it up to the point. Radish, a shot! Saved by Bobrovsky, and rebound is played and out of the zone. That'll do it here for the power play. On the right side then, it's picked up by Forsling. I'm sorry I never turned this on. My apologies. Verhaeghe drops it back for Ekblad. Back to Verhaeghe. Through the neutral zone. Verhaeghe will take that one in now in the corner. Battling here with Point on the right side. Chernak will pick it up. Chernak feeds it up through center ice. Stolen back then by Gord. Pass all the way over and dumped down the other way by the Panthers. 3-1 Tampa Bay. Jones in their own end will backhand it around down low. It's played up then for Sam Bennett. Bennett with plenty of room will move it through the neutral zone. Dekes around Point. Takes it in, and it's deflected the other way by Tampa Bay. Nate Schmidt alone in his own zone. Gives it over then for Losterainen. Back up then for Mikkola. Mikkola will send it back down low. A pass up through, and Tampa still with it. Kucherov intercepted. Mikkola to Kulikov. Kulikov will just shoot it into the Lightning zone around behind the net. Back over for Moser. Backhanded up through the zone. Now Kucherov sends a pass through and up then for Paul. Nick Paul with some room. A backhand and a save by Bobrovsky. Now down low in the corner. And cleared out by Florida. Into the zone. Perbix down the right side. Gets tied up down low. Hit by Forsling. Picked up in front then and kept in the zone by Paul. Paul on the right side. Up to the point. Geekie dekes around. Gets poke checked by Boquist. Still has it. In the corner. Up to the point. Radish a shot. And blocked in front there by Paul, who was without a stick and a glove. And a penalty on Nick Paul coming up here against Tampa Bay. And Bobrovsky will go to the net. Or go to the bench. Boquist as the Panthers go off sides. And that will assess the penalty there. It'll be Nick Paul who will head to the box for holding. And the Panthers will get a power play here to attempt to cut this lead in half and make it 3-2. And try and make a late comeback here in the third period. And 13:56 left. And we'll go to commercial break. All right. As we keep on going. Okay, perfect. I didn't drop any more frames. Thank God. I don't know what the heck happened there. I guess it was the tier list that was like, no. Oh my God. You know what I forgot in the tier list? I forgot freaking Utah. All right, face-off coming up here now inside of the Tampa Bay zone. Florida's going to get a power play here off of a holding penalty from Nick Paul. And let's see what the Panthers can get done here. Because, again, they're down by 2. If they win this game, they take a 3-1 series lead. But the most important thing is If you lose this one, you probably let Tampa Bay back into the series, and that's not a good thing. Puck in the front here. Verhaeghe battling for it. Glendening will circle it around and clear it all the way down the other way. Seth Jones now takes it around behind the net. Jones waits for options. We'll give it back then through the zone as it's dumped in by the Panthers. Verhaeghe on the right side throws it back behind the net. In front for Barkov, who can't control it. Verhaeghe up to the point then. Jones back to Verhaeghe. Throws it back down low. Verhaeghe with it again. To Rodriguez in front. Barkov, a shot save. Rebound, and Tkachuk picks it up on the right side. Jones at the point. Circles around. Gives it to Verhaeghe. Back to Jones. Jones to Tkachuk. Tkachuk moves it in. Fires it, and it goes up in the air and above the net. Down low. Barkov tries getting it in front. Tkachuk throws it in front. Barkov! And it deflects wide. Oh, I thought he had that. Verhaeghe up to the point to Jones. To Tkachuk. To Reinhart in front. To Verhaeghe. Moves in. Shoots it. And it goes up above the net. Down low now. Verhaeghe with the puck. On the right side. Throws it down low. Tkachuk. Over. Jones! And blocked in front. Barkov, a shot there as it deflects wide and picked up on the right side. Verhaeghe fires that one down low. Tkachuk throws it up to the point. Jones holds it. Shoots it. Blocked in front and cleared by Tampa. Less than 20 to go on the power play. 12 minutes left here in the third period. Here come the Panthers the other way into the zone. A pass up for Bennett, and it's intercepted, and an icing against the Panthers. And Tampa will go down the other way and take the faceoff. So very good play here from Tampa Bay to kind of keep this one at bay, ironically enough, as I say that. Face off here now, won by the Panthers. Played down low, it's Nate Schmidt. Schmidt through the zone. Over to Bennett, who dumps it down low. Moser with it, throws it around the right side. Marchand fires it around, up to the point. Kept then Boquist. To Bennett in front, and they can't finish that. Here comes the Lightning. Hedman to Cirelli into the zone. In front, and Paul can't finish. Go Lightning, go. Heck yeah. Taken down by Florida. Rodriguez sends a pass up. Taken back then by Bennett. Up and over then for Schmidt. Nate Schmidt through the zone will just dump it in. And down low now, Vasilevsky plays the puck. Throws it around on the right side. Trying to clear it out as Moser. Kept in though by Florida. It slides in on Vazzy. And he makes the save. 11-10 left here in the third period. Tampa with the 2-goal lead here so far. Face off here now, won by Florida. Tampa clears it now the other way. Forsling waits with the puck, sends a pass to the neutral zone. It goes back down low and into the Tampa Bay end. Nick Paul sends it up then for Gord, who waits. Takes it around behind the net to Perbix. Back to Lundell. Over then to Boquist. Thrown back down low on the right side. Picked up then by Goncalves. Gonzalez. That's how you say it. How come nobody told me I was saying it wrong? Vasilevsky now behind the net. Perbix to Gonzalez. Clears it up all the way into the neutral zone. Reinhart feeds it back over into the zone now. Pass over for Bennett. Intercepted by Gonzalez. Gonzalez into the zone. In front. Save by Bobrovsky. Mikkola takes it through the zone now. Reinhart racing for it there too. It's cleared out to neutral zone. Here's Gensel. Looking for the hat trick. Throws it up to the point. Kept in then by Point. funny enough. And held off there on the right side. Gensel knocks down Jones. Or I guess they knock down each other. Battling here on the right side. Barkov then. It comes out of the zone. Gensel feeds it up through. Here's Point. Point will direct it in down low. Bobrovsky goes out to play it. He'll shoot it around. It'll go all the way out of the zone and picked up then by Moser. Hedman to Geekie. Connor Geekie into the zone. Throws it around now behind the net. Picked up then by Ekblad. Over down low. Schmidt clears it to neutral zone. And a whistle there for a hand pass, I'm pretty sure. And with 9:28 remaining, Tampa with the 2-goal lead here looking to tie up this series. All right, as I try to find... Oh, they gave Braden Point the first Tampa Bay goal. I guess he tipped that one in front from Gensel. That sucks. That sucks. Hope the Panthers lose to the Lightning, then I don't care who wins the cup. Remember when there was no TV timeouts? Oh, yeah, exactly. Back in the day. They don't do that stuff anymore. Cleared down low and into the Florida zone. It's bounces out of play, so they'll blow that play dead. Face-off coming now here inside of the Florida zone. One here on the right side, picked up by the Panthers, who try and clear it out. Kept in down low. Shafee battling with Rodriguez on the right side. It comes out then free for Marchand. Marchand gives it to Bennett. Bennett through the zone will dump it in. And kept in the zone. Kulikov will fire it around. Save there by Vasilevsky. On the right side. Kicked out to the neutral zone. Schmidt. With the puck then to Marchand. Marchand throws it down low to Tkachuk. Kept in the zone. Schmidt fires it and it goes up in the air and down the right side. Taken out of the zone by Shafee. Sent up then for Gord. Yanni Gord in all alone will move it behind the net. Throws it pass up then to the point as the reinforcements join him. Gonsalves racing for that puck. It's picked up though by Florida. Bennett through the neutral zone. 8:20 left here in the third period. Shot there tonight. Rebound in front. And plays up then for Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe moves to the center. Shoots it. And a save by Vasilevsky as the puck slides in on him there. Vazzy has been much better in this game than he has been in the previous game. So if there's one positive to look at, it's definitely that one. Coming up here at 4 o'clock Eastern time, we have we're doing that right now. We have Wild versus Golden Knights. So be sure to stay tuned for that, as that will be coming up here momentarily. Face-off. Coming here inside of the Tampa Bay zone. And it's won by the Panthers. Ekblad, a shot as it deflects wide. Paul with it now will backhand it out of the zone. It's picked up then on the right side here now by Tampa. Over then for Barkov. Barkov to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe banks it off the boards. Hit down low then by McDonough. Around the right side, Reinhart throws it up to the point, or at least tries to. Paul. Down low behind the net, McDonough. Feeds it up. And that one's intercepted there by the Panthers. Barkov to Reinhart in front, intercepted. And here come the Bolts again. A pass all the way up into the zone. Point. The ball in front. Saved by Bobrovsky. That might have get rung off the post there. I couldn't really tell. Puck is cleared all the way down low. Gensel was on hat-trick watch. Now he only has one to net, unfortunately. Back down low now. Kulikov with it. Sends a pass up. Dumped into the zone by Lustrina. Behind the net now, Perbix with it. Around the right side, it's directed and all the way down and into the Florida zone. Rodriguez behind the net now. A pass up through the neutral zone. Then Perbix will dump it back down low. Behind the net, Rodriguez holds it in front then for Schmidt. Schmidt sends it to the neutral zone. Lustrina will backhand it down low into the zone. And Perbix will now regroup. A pass back down low. Sturm to the point. Over then. Schmidt shoots it. And that one's blocked in front as well. Down low. Perbix clears it up out of the zone. Kept decked in though by the Panthers. Rodriguez to the point. A shot. And it deflects up in the air. And to the right side. 6 minutes to go here in the second. Girgensons. Or the third. Not the second. To Lilleberg. Panthers still battling for that game-tying goal. Point loses his stick. It's taken back then by Shafee and dumped down the other way, and some pushing and shoving here on the right side. Here comes Florida through the zone. Boquist to Samoskevich. He shoots it. Blocked in front now down low. Boquist battling forward in the corner now with Gord. Gord trying to send it up in front. It goes out then for Florida. Hedman now will clear it the other way. Gonsalves sends it up, 2-on-1 the other way. Point to Glendening. He scores! Luke Glendening. 4-1 Tampa Bay here now as Luke Glendening picks up his first playoff goal in how long? Man, the fourth line grinder gets it done. And what a play there by Tampa Bay to connect on that one and put that one through. And Luke Glendening. Glendening only had just about 4 goals in the regular season this year, and he picks up his first playoff goal here now. That's his first playoff goal since 2022-2023 with Dallas, where he had 2. So, unexpected name there, I guess, a little bit. Kind of puts this one away here for Tampa Bay. They lead 4-1. So I guess I would say that's kind of the dagger here tonight. But there's still plenty of time. I'm not saying that this one's over. It's over. And Florida's pulled Bobrovsky. With 5:33 left, they're going to pull Bob. Played out to the neutral zone. Jones sends a pass up, then Verhaeghe will clear that one down low. Vasilevsky shooting for the empty net, and it's blocked. Oh my goodness. Kucherov will backhand that one down low. Verhaeghe now with it, takes it behind the net. Over then for Barkov. Barkov intercepted, shot for the empty net, blocked in front, and it'll be tucked in there by Cirelli. And some pushing and shoving there with the final 5 minutes to go, and this one is donezo, folks. Andre Vasilevsky damn near got a goalie goal there. I would have lost my mind. And it's now 5-1 in favor of Tampa Bay. They will, in a must-win game, as my phone falls on the floor, they will take or cut the series in half. And it's now 2-1 Panthers. It's exactly what you needed there if you are the Tampa Bay Lightning. You needed to tie this game up in some kind of vicinity, and you get it done. So it's now 5-1 in favor of the Bolts. With 5 minutes to go, which will be the most meaningless 5 minutes of this entire series, probably. And folks, I hate to say it, but this one is basically donezo's here on our first of our 4-game slates. Not the final score, but we can kind of tell that Tampa Bay is going to take this one. A hit from Tkachuk on, I think that was, who was that? I'm pretty sure that was Gensel, who wasn't looking. It looks like a clean hit, but he definitely makes contact on the ice. I'm not too sure. And they're going to review that one for a 5-minute major. And they're going to assess a 5-minute major. It's not exactly a 5-minute major. They're going to look and review the play. And then we'll see. They could possibly kick Tkachuk out of the game. And I don't know, there's a decent chance that this one does end up being a 5-minute major. I didn't think it was at first, but I saw the replay and I'm like, that might be one. Yeah, Gensel's not even looking that way. Not even close. And yeah, that's going to be a 5-minute major. Okay, well, you know what's funny? There is exactly 5 minutes left in the game. So that means Tampa Bay will be on the power play for the rest of this entire game. So exactly 5 minutes on the board and a 5-minute power play coming for Tampa Bay here now. And I think there's a decent chance that Matthew Tkachuk might miss Game 4 of this series after that. There's a pretty good chance. Make it 5-1, please. It is 5-1. Shots are 29-21. And Gensel is going to stay out there. So that will not change. He will stay out there on the ice. As time continues to wind down here. And that being said, 5-minute power play here for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Our first major, I think, ever. And we got a fight here at center ice. And they'll blow the whistle there immediately. They're just gonna let kick Mikkola out. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be the longest 5 minutes ever. And let's see what happened. And they just went at it there on the ice. They weren't going to drop the gloves. I thought they were for a second. I'm like, nope, they will not. So 4:55 here left. They'll go back to center ice. This is going to be a pretty choppy next 5 minutes. Face-off coming here now. Won by Tampa Bay. Played out to the neutral zone. Hedman holds it and regroups. Back up then, Kucherov moves it down the right side. Kucherov into the zone, feeds it back to Hedman. Hedman to Gensel. Gensel throws it back down low then behind the net. And Bennett will get it out of the zone then for Florida and just hold it and run down time. Who's my team, by the way? I'm actually a Flyers fan. So my team has not been in the playoffs for about a half a decade. But I like all 32 teams on here. We talk about all 32 teams. We stream all 32 teams. We bring the same energy, too. If you guys have noticed, I've been cheering for the Florida goals and the Tampa Bay goals the same. I just love to commentate hockey. Here's Boquist now the other way. Boquist thrown in front end. Blocked off there by Tampa Bay. 2-1 now the other way into the zone. It's Gonsalves up then. Hedman, a shot saved by Bobrovsky. Final 4 minutes here now. Down the other way now. Rangers fans, so it was a rough year, I bet. Samoskovich off the backboards. Denied there. It's really dirty how their season ended with the way, Sam Rosen's leaving as well. It just sucks the way that season went in his last year. Into the zone now. Sturm, a shot denied by Vasilevsky. Played up then by Connor Geekie. Geekie moves it into the zone. Will wait. Throws it up to the point. And deflected back out of the zone now as Tampa will hold it. Radish controls the puck. Down low. Throws it back then. Shafee to Geekie, who will dump it back into the zone, and it goes out of play. 31-22 are the shots on goal. As we just kind of await for this game to just come to a close. It's pretty much over. Face-off down low in the corner now. Nick Paul trying to battle for it here on the right side. It's picked up by Lundell and backhanded all the way out of the zone. Tampa Bay will pick it up now. It's Vasilevsky who gives it up to Perbix. 2:40 left here in the third period. Passes drop back then for Nick Paul. Paul will just dump it into the zone as time keeps on running down. At the point, Moser sends it back then. Glendening back behind the net. They're out on a power play. That's something I never thought I'd say in my life. Rodriguez stolen back by Forsling. Cleared now on Vasilevsky, who will just play the puck up. Radish takes it back behind the net now. 2 minutes to go here. Through the neutral zone. Nick Paul dumps it down low. Picked up then Moser at the point. Radish to Moser. A slap shot. He breaks his stick as it goes all the way up into the crowd. Here's Boquist now the other way. Into the zone. Throws it back down low. Fighting here on the right side. Gonsalves up then for Samoskovich. Stolen back then by Tampa. Shafee circles back in the zone and waits. Final 90 seconds here. Panthers pick it up now. Sturm breaking out the other way to Lilleberg. Up to the point. Ekblad shoots it in front. Deflected just wide of the net. And final minute of play here. And the Tampa Bay Lightning will cut this series in half. There will be a Game 5 on Wednesday of next week, I'm pretty sure. Lilleberg. Pass up through the neutral zone. Gord sends it over. It's intercepted back then by Florida and cleared through all the way down. .27 seconds left here now as time continues to run down. Bobrovsky behind the net trying to play the puck around. Rodriguez will clear it down the other way. Vasilevsky will pick it up and keep it behind his own net as the clock settles down some more. And in the first game of our 4-game slate, Tampa Bay, as they have some more pushes and shoves back and forth, will take a 2-1 or cut the series lead in half for Florida. It's 2-1 now. So a huge win there from Tampa Bay. There will be a Game 5 on Wednesday. This series is probably far from over. We'll have to see how Game 4 goes. But I think this series is still not far from over just yet. That being said, that'll do it for the first of 4 games tonight from me. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I would stick around more and talk, but I got to go make and prep up and get ready for this next stream that is coming up. But that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next stream.